I'm gonna lift you up even more. You know, like I seen an experience you had earlier this year. You know, and it made me think like, man, this guy is a miracle. You know what I mean? Like you had like a brush with death, and it was even on the news. You know, like where a drunk driver.
You want the button?
You want the button? Same.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. You got it.
You know, like it's coming towards you.
I just got goosies thinking about it.
Man, like I was reading that, and then I looked at the actual like story that that was reported on the news about it, and you sitting there in the studio talking about like the experience that you had with it, and I'm just sitting there like, man, like I think that this is, and after reading all of the motivation and stuff, I'm like, this is the calling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the
No,
calling.
you found it for sure.
Like you were spared. You know what I mean? To continue to like share your voice. You know what I mean? Like, but tell me, man, like if you can, like, what was that experience like?
You know, the crazy thing about that was I wouldn't have normally been out. But Sharon had something going on, and she needed me to cover for her at the club, at Opium. So I went and did Opium. And I think this weekend I had a lot of things going on, and I was exhausted, you know. So it was one of those nights when I got done at 9. I usually stay, hang out. I just decided it was time for me to okay, there's a deer outside.
I know. I've been looking at it for the past 5 minutes.
So that's what you were staring
That's
at.
what. And the entire time I was really trying to focus on you, but I'm like, it's a real life deer right here. But go ahead.
Just let you know the deer's right there.
I swear.
Not to cut you off.
I was like, how can I sit here?
Did you notice it?
Yes, but I didn't know it was a deer, but I see something moving back
So
here,
you know I
but
was
I'm
on
missing
point.
it.
Right,
Like,
yeah. So first I thought it was a dog. I'm like, that's a big dog they got out here.
It was eating for 5 seconds. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
I gotta pay attention to the bush, but damn, it's a real life deer. But go ahead, Chell.
All right. All right. Woo.
not
Okay, so
tripping.
anyway, I usually would stay later. But this particular night I was tired and I knew I had to get up the next day and go into work and do this and do that. So I left right at 9. And I'm taking my time, and whenever I'm coming down Telegraph, I usually ride the left lane. A lot of slow traffic in the middle lane, a lot of people turning or merging over in the right-hand lane. And so, but this night, thank God, I just stayed in the middle lane, put the cruise control on, and I'm just driving. All of a sudden, I see these lights coming my way. And I was like, wow, maybe they got their brights on because it seems really close. And all of a sudden, as I'm about to cross this intersection, dude is just flying in the lane, halfway in the lane next to me, halfway on the grass. Now, the crazy thing is, that person was driving straight, but then you start thinking about it after, I call 911, I pull over and I send a tweet out because I'm trying to get
People out the way.
people out the way. Somebody figuring, I tweeted and tagged all the people I know at Fox 2. Shout out to Jay Chowers. Because he didn't answer because he's probably asleep because he got to do the morning show.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just went away, and I just started thinking about it as I'm driving the rest of the way home. What if he had hit a rut, bump? Ooh. What if my headlight hit him in his left eye at this precise time and he lost control?
Oh, God.
How would I have moved out of the way from him hitting me head on? And I started thinking about it. God saved me for a reason that night.
Yes.
There's a purpose for me being on this earth. And I have to answer that calling.
Yes.
And I just kept thinking about it.